But we are recruiting you even after the game's over. So don't untuck your shirt. Don't get on your phone right away. I want to see that loss. I don't care if it's a showcase or a tournament. I want to see you in pain. I want to see that you're analyzing your game. Be careful how you speak to your parents because it is a total package, So we want to see all of that. And I think the other mistake that we see recruits make is if you watch a college game, they're sprinting on and off the field. And we really respect the game at this level because it's such an honor to play college softball at any level, where I think recruits kind of take the game for granted and kind of walk on and off the field. And I think they forget that, that's a big deal. If you respect the game, then we will respect you.
I think they verbal too early. I think everybody jumps the ship and goes, oh, you know what? I've got to make this decision right now, and I think they verbal too early, and they just get locked into one school, and so instead of finding the right fit for them, and I think we're starting to see that now with kids transferring out of schools at a higher rate than we did, maybe 10 years ago.
Email-wise, get our name right. Make sure you get our name right on there. Make sure you know something about the school. When players email us, and there's 10, 20 coaches' emails in that copied box. It's tough to tell if you're really interested in us. So I think make sure you stay in contact consistently and make sure you know something about the place that you're writing or who you're writing, because that shows that you genuinely are interested and you're not just kind of throwing a hook out there.
I just think the biggest thing are people not knowing rules. I actually had a girl last weekend as well come up to me. I was flabbergasted at the tournament, handed me a piece of paper and said, "Coach, my name is so-and-so and I play for so-and-so and I'm going to be pitching here in 5 minutes. Will you come watch me?" And that was surprising to me because I think if you're looking to play at a high level, you need to be educated about the rules.
Well, the whole thing is it's supposed to be the best time of your life. I don't want anybody going through any pressure situations. So you just need to do your research. You need to study the schools and see what their needs are, and then just don't feel any pressure. Parents, families, individuals, don't feel pressure. Do your research, and then when it's right, you'll know in your heart where you need to be.
I think one is maybe thinking that the process is going to happen to them rather than them taking a proactive approach to I've got to do my homework. Parents have to do their homework. Players have to do their homework. I'll tell you a real bonus though is if you're interested in a specific school that the student athlete actually makes contact via the parents. I think it's really powerful when I hear, even if it's a phone call or an email, it doesn't matter how the communication happens, but if it's a phone call especially and I hear a prospect on the other end of the line versus a parent, very, very powerful.
Absolutely. Social media is a good and bad. We talk about Mississippi State, things are good and bad all the time. There's always a good and there's always a bad. And social media is great and it's a lot of fun and it gets our brand out there. And it gets your personal brand out there. So what do you want your personal brand to be? And as soon as I am interested in a player, I am following her on Twitter, I'm checking out her Facebook page, I'm going to the Instagram, and really paying attention to what their likes and interests are. We want people who are driven, who want to get a college degree and who want to win a national championship. And sometimes you can find out if they're distracted by things or what their brand is through those social media outlets.
Oh, the kids not knowing the rules. I'll have kids come up to me, during a tournament and say, "Hey, coach, I just want to meet you," and I can't meet them. And you don't want to seem like a jerk or anything, but you can't say, "Hey, back," or due to NCAA rules, I'm not allowed to speak to you. But thanks for coming by. It's happened a lot where a kid will call you and say, "Hey, call me back." Well, you can't call them back, or they email you and say, "Hey, email me back." I can't email them back a lot of times. So it would really, really help if they would know the rules ahead of time, or the travel ball coaches would help them with that, or given programs would help them with that.